What up, bitches?
It's us.
Your faves on this new episode of Two Girls,
No Fucks.
I'm Katrina.
I'm Ashley Marie.
I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm fucking tired. We're
exhausted.
in the booth at a real late time. These motherfuckers,
It's
man.
nighttime. It is night outside.
It is.
We've literally never been inside here when it was dark outside. Okay?
This is stupid. But we do it for you 10 listeners who are so loyal. So you better be fucking
Don't worry,
grateful.
we'll start naming you guys. Okay? You guys are going to feel so important.
Anyways, so what are we talking about today? Oh, we're continuing our little adult friendship
friendships,
series.
yeah.
Because y'all bitches love a series. So next one is quiet quitting a
We
friendship.
ending this shit, bitch.
I mean, sometimes it be like that.
Just like that.
You know? Look, guess that's it. Bye. But when it comes to ending or quiet quitting a friendship, which I don't necessarily rock with the term quiet quitting, because to me it's not quiet. The silence speaks volumes, essentially. But
I don't think I've ever done anything quiet in my life, so...
I mean, you know, there's a couple times it's happened, but it was very rare, and it must have been a blue moon or Mercury was in Gatorade or something. I don't fucking know.
I was literally going to respond. Something completely off topic to that, but I'll leave it alone.
No,
today.
do it. No, you have to now. Just do it. Just do it.
No.
Just do it.
I don't stay quiet. I have to give critiques on the performance. This is not going well for you, is it, honey?
No, that's fine.
That's how I respond.
No, it's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. And then they just get sad. Like,
And
we
guess
leave?
what? That's
Should
for
we leave?
them, whatever entity of a lord they believe in, and a therapist if they have one. It has nothing to do with you. So there's that on that. Anyways, when it comes to quiet quitting a friendship, what are your benchmarks?
That it's over?
Yeah. Like, how do you know?
So I'm a super emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel everything. Like, it's terrible.
Are any of your signs Virgo?
No.
Really? Cancer?
No.
Really? What's the other emotional one? There's another emotional one. It must be you.
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're emotional. Is that a water sign?
Yep.
Oh, you guys are messy as fuck.
Yep. I'm not messy. I'm just so sad. Sad little girl.
It's why y'all swim in your tears.
Yep. Heavy. No, I feel like shifts of energy. If people aren't putting in the same effort as me, it rubs me the wrong way. But that's how it slowly starts. Like, I feel a shift. And I'm like,
When did it first happen for you?
First ever? Mm-hmm. With a friend.
Mm-hmm.
3rd grade.
Shit, that's early.
Yep.
We're doing this shit in fucking playgroup now?
Yep.
Like, what do you mean?
So, I'm not going to name this girl because...
we can call her Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy
I'd giggle
was my
so hard
friend
if that was her.
for a long time. And by a long time, I mean from,
Playgroup. Sandbox.
Yeah.
Sandbox
Very little
to 8 years old.
Yeah. And we were friends. And Stacy stopped being my friend. Just out the blue, stopped being my friend because other girls did not like the way my hair looked.
Oh, my God.
That I always had braids and like the big barrettes and,
Yeah, of
shenanigans. So...
Oh my God, your mama put you in did your mama ever put you in like the ribbons or like those double-ended ball elastic?
Yeah, I don't know what they're really called. My grandma calls them totos. So I don't know what they're really called,
yeah,
but that's what I
probably
call them.
they're, yeah, okay, cool.
Yes, I had them in every single color.
Of course you did.
And so because my hair wasn't straightened or wasn't like down every day and I couldn't like braid my hair like they braided their Barbies and etc. because my hair was already braided.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't play with them. They didn't want to be friends with me.
Oh, that's so fucking stupid.
And so I was just like,
hate it
okay,
here.
I would try and like be friends with her and didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Stacy circled back in high school, but
I bet.
we didn't talk to Stacy.
Whatever.
We beat that motherfucking ass though.
You got into a fight with Stacy?
I did.
Oh, I love this for you. And I don't say that like saying, like I love this for you. Like if you like it, I love it. No, I love this for you. Because sometimes motherfuckers need to get they ass whoop. Or, you know, sometimes a good clothesline goes a long way. I'm always down to clothesline people. All the time.
I love me a good fight.
I'm trying to be at peace within me, but sometimes bitches just need to get 5 of these across their lip and just.
I say it almost daily at my job. My hands are rated E for everybody. Your mom, your son, your dusty ass grandma. Let's go.
Oh shit. But
so, yeah.
So you got into a fight. You got into a fight with.
I didn't get into a fight with Stacey until I was in high school.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But
and that was over a boy.
Of course, because all the fights in high school are over boys.
But she wanted to be brave over fucking AIM. Okay, first off, you want to be brave at my away message, please.
Oh my god,
please.
That's how I can tell you're younger than me.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like, nope, that didn't happen.
No, she was like, because you could still write to people while they were away.
Yeah, no,
so she was writing all this nonsense, and I was like, you know where to find me.
Oh, this bitch.
Yep. And then after I beat her up, I then proceeded to wear a matching outfit with her then ex-boyfriend and walk the hallways holding hands. Never got with him, but
we had to prove a point.
I had to walk around with my trophy one time for the one time.
These motherfuckers, man. I love that. That's awesome.
No, a few people have done it in my adult life, like becoming a parent. People just decided, I couldn't go and drink with them every weekend and do all kinds of shenanigans, so it was just not worthy of my friendship.
That's so fucking stupid.
I have not, at the ripe age of 35, quiet quit any friendship, but I think I'm on the cusp.
Okay. Sometimes you need to.
It is a hard decision, but I think I'm right there.
I think you are not alone in that. I'm sure there will be plenty of people listening right now that are thinking about that one person, maybe two, in their life that are like, you know what? It's just not for me anymore. And what keeps you hanging on is history. Fuck history. Fuck history. It's not worth it. It's really not. And I think what people are most scared of when it comes to quiet quitting a friendship or just ending a friendship completely, like they hang on to that history in the hopes that some part of that friendship
will fix this.
Yes, and it doesn't. You'll be sitting there. It's like watching a pot trying to boil. It's never going to. It's not. And even when you unattended, guess what? It's still not going to boil because the oven isn't on. There's nothing fueling that relationship anymore because you need two. And if it's just you, it's not on. So, I wouldn't necessarily call it quiet quitting a friendship, but I had, and I think I mentioned this before on the podcast, but I had two best friends. I'm not friends with them anymore for different reasons.
Of course.
But one in particular, like we had been best friends since before we hit double digits. So this one was really hard. Mm-hmm. Really, really hard. We went through our normal regular bullshit. We stayed friends throughout high school, stayed friends throughout college. I helped her move to college because she went to, I think it was Columbia. Mm-hmm. And we drove down, I helped her unpack, set up her apartment, the whole nine. And she got married, had kids, the whole nine, or actually had a kid. And I remember at some point, I realized I was the one always making the effort. And I didn't like that. And I was like, what? What's going on? I know you're going through a lot. I know you have, X amount of things going on in your life, but so do all my other friends who are in similar situations that still make an effort to check in with me, hang with me, see how I'm doing, all the above. And it got to a point where I was like, I'm tired of going back and forth with you. When you decide you have time, you let me know. And I never heard from her again. So I was like, yeah.
That's gross.
And here's the thing. I grieved it. Groved. I don't know the past tense for grief. Whatever that is.
Grieved.
I did that.
Grieved.
Yeah. And I had to boohoo cry about it. And life doesn't prepare you for grieving someone who's still alive.
Oh, no.
It's tough. It's real tough.
I think friendship breakups are more traumatic than relationship breakups.
I guess it depends. Because I've had some pretty gnarly breakups that were worse than the friendships that I've lost.
I think mine have always been I've had some gross breakups, but friendship breakups are just like... Because again, I've never been the one to initiate we're not friends anymore.
Yeah. No, it's tough.
I guess.
And, I had another best friend who, we grew up in high school. And when she got married, the husband was just different. And different in a sense of very conservative, whereas she was not. But now she has become. And now there's an issue with me being who I am. I'm just like, oh, I can't. So it was... a Homer disappearing into the bush kind of a thing. So I'm just like, I don't really want to fuck with you anymore because you and I will never see eye to eye on so many things that I'm not going to sit here wasting my time and energy on someone who's already made up their mind about who I am. I'm not doing it. And even if someone I've known for a really long time, I don't care. And what we're not doing also at this big age is continuing to be friends with people who are not accountable for their shit, who just because you have history with them don't mean shit. Mm-hmm. If it meant shit, they would be better. They would meet you where you are at. And sometimes, like I said in the last episode, get that little big metal wheel out and start sharpening some shit because it's not necessary. And I think for a lot of people, it's scary crossing that threshold because you don't know what's on the other side of it. But really what's on the other side and through the lies of your anxiety is peace. It's so fucking peaceful over here because I don't have to deal with people and their bullshit. I can pick and choose who I want in my life. Friends, family, otherwise, it's fine.
Acquaintances.
All the things.
Everybody.
And that list real short. And that's okay. Because I only have the bandwidth to deal with so much. Like I said, I have, on a good day, my cup is 8 ounces. Regular day, 6. And 4 of those ounces are for me. So I don't really have a lot to be doling out. And bitches be thirsty as fuck. Oh. Real thirsty. And I don't have it. I don't have it. Go to another well. Because it's not coming from here. It's not. But I think people have a hard time. And like I think it was either you or me. We said something. This girl was talking about it. She was like, oh, I saw this on TikTok about quiet quitting a friendship. And no one really prepares you for a breakup of a friendship and what that looks like. Like you feel it in your heart of hearts that it's happening. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. Nope. And I think that's where people's hopelessness comes in because there's no power in protecting what's there. You can respect and appreciate the friendship you had because it brought you to this point. But if that person isn't meeting you where you're at, and vice versa, if you're not meeting your friend where they're at and you want to stick to being in your 20s and living life and and they're not, then go your separate ways. You don't have to be attached at the hip if you two are not going in a similar direction and your destinations are completely different from one another. And that's okay. I think people really hang on to history and it's like, well, you have history with other people, but you don't fuck with them. What makes this person so special to hang on to? What is it about them?
It's about appearances. It's about the history, but it's also about appearances.
Fuck appearance. Who are we impressing? Are we here impressing people we don't like with money we don't have?
Yeah, that's what people do.
It's so fucking stupid. I ain't got time. I ain't got neither.
That's what the internet's for.
I got neither. I don't got no money to be impressing nobody. And I don't have people in my life I don't like. That's it. Everybody in my life is in there for a reason.
Heard.
That's it. So... I don't know. I don't know what else to think.
And this is not to say that, if there's some strains in your friendship that it's time to quiet quit it, but you'll feel it.
You'll know. Like, you will know. Like when it's time to.
And if you feel like you've put forth all the effort and like Katrina said, they're not meeting you, you know, your cup is empty.
That's it. Bye. Exit stage left, please and thanks. Because by you hanging on to something and someone, you're preventing the universe from providing you a friendship
better,
of value. And because you want to hang on to, it's, you know, have you seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie? Damn it, because I want to make a reference.
But small children, what am I going to do with that?
I know, I'm sorry. But like, it's that old saying, it's like beating a dead horse. Or like you trying to revive a dead, like, he dead. Leave it alone. Like, he's moved on, and, you know, all that's left is the shell, and you got to find a way to pick up your pieces and keep it moving. You can't attach yourself to this dead entity trying to revive it when that bitch has been flatlined for however long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. It's not. And as someone who's been through this twice in their life, I'm here to tell you the other side is okay. Did I feel sad about losing my friendships? Absolutely. I forever thought these women were going to be in my life and we were going to all be at nursing homes and rocking chairs talking shit about the good old days, which were the 90s, by the way. But just throw that out there. Literally on our rockers with whatever old MP3 player that we had playing Biggie. Like, that's what we were going to do. And it didn't work out that way. I cried about it for several days because I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this is happening. What could I have done differently? This, that, and the third.
You start to question yourself.
You start questioning yourself. But you know what? When you start questioning yourself, in my brain, you've already done everything you needed to do. Because if you're like, oh my God, what if I didn't do enough? You've already done enough. You've done enough. Because if the other person didn't want to meet you halfway, that's not on you, that's on them. Mm-hmm. So I just need people to understand that, you know, value those who are in your life. And if those people that you've had in your life for an extended period of time are not meeting you where you are, adding value to your life, making sure that they're supporting you in whatever way you need to be supported, if they fuck up, take accountability for your shit. You have a small window to be like, oh shit, I fucked up. And that's all. And that's it. And then keep it a buck and keep it moving. But if you don't have someone that's meeting you on those particular check boxes, then you can just crumble that piece of paper and throw that shit out. Because there's no need. Be happy that it happened. It brought you to where you needed to be. And the friendships that I had that I no longer have taught me who I am today. So it's not to say like, oh, I wish I was never friends with them. No, that's not the case at all. I learned a lot out of these friendships. And I still value and love these women for who they are. I just can't fuck with who they are at this moment in life. And don't think I ever will, because there's no need for me to. You served a purpose. Your chapter has ended. Book closed. Back on a shelf. There's some cobwebs on that shit. Yeah, there's some cobwebs on that motherfucker. Like, who cares, you know? But it is what it is. And that's that. And it'll be lessons that I will teach my nieces and nephews. To be like, hey, if you have friends acting weird, don't be afraid to call them out on their shit. And if they get upset, guess what? They're not your friend.
That's the crucial part. Like, the shift in the energy or whatever you want to call it, address it.
Immediately. Don't let it sit there and sit and fester. Because it's going to weigh
heavy on your heart. Mm-hmm. You're going to start to question your own integrity and your own loyalty to this friendship. Mm-hmm. Drive yourself insane.
Also that.
And there's other things you could be worried about.
It's 2024. The planet is hot. Water is wet.
Yep. I have other things to concern myself with than be worried about if I hurt your feelings or if you're ever going to get over whatever happened.
And here's the thing. If you are in a space where your feelings were hurt, but you can't communicate that to a friend, best friend, someone you consider family, guess what? They're none of the above. They weren't anything above, any of those things above to begin with. If you can't go to someone and say, hey, you fucked up, and call them out on their shit. And flip it. If you can't take accountability for your shit, why in your brain do you think it's okay? And this was something else I wanted to get into. You want to get into it? Or
Go ahead.
Okay. So, and I think I sent this to you too. There was this black woman in her car and she was like, I need y'all to stand on business. And by that, she meant when you have someone in your life who has dicked you over and does not take accountability, y'all motherfuckers seem to think that time is an apology. It is not. It's not. You had me fucked up then, you got me fucked up now. Don't think because time has gone by and like, ooh, how you been? How you doing? Do you not remember that time when you did X, Y, and Z and I asked you to do A, B, C and you were still like, nah, bitch, it's 1, 2, 3. No, that's not how this works. So stop thinking that time is an apology because it's not. You are not that prideful that you can't say I'm sorry. And if you are, then get the fuck out of the way. Like, what do you mean? Oh, I'm so frustrated with that because that too has happened to me multiple times where people think time is a fucking apology. It's not.
It's not.
And as a Virgo, I will I know date, time, what you were wearing, what moon cycle it was.
Everything.
Bitch,
everything.
I have receipts. I promise you don't want me to dust them bitches off and pull them out because I will. You were going to say something. Go ahead.
Do not think that they won't do that shit again.
Also,
it's a learned behavior now. Mm-hmm. They know that if they decide to talk shit on you, you're going to forget about it in 3 weeks and be okay with it and move on. Mm-hmm. I'm never moving on.
No. And you don't need to. You can let it go. You don't need to move on. The two can be mutually exclusive. They really can. But people don't know how to dissociate one feeling from another and think that in some cases they can't be, but in most you can separate those two for sure.
You need to leave them right at the spot where they got you fucked up.
Hello.
And keep it pushing.
Really. Because what we're not doing at this big age is not apologizing for our bullshit. And that's the thing too. Like and sometimes with those behaviors that are learned, if you don't call people out on their shit, they're going to continue doing what they're doing. And sometimes they don't even know what they're doing is fucked up. You got to let them know, hey, that don't sit right with me. When you did
a normal person would not deem this correct.
How would you feel if I did
X, Y, and Z to you?
Right. How would you feel? Because I know you'd be in your feelings. But why is it okay for me to not be in mine? Fuck out of here. Oh, people are trash. Keep the circle real small. That's it. Keep it small. But like, don't be afraid to address, and that's the thing too, like when it comes to the whole quiet quitting thing, because I don't think it needs to necessarily be quiet, but you can let somebody know like, hey, I don't know what the purpose of our friendship is at this moment.
Just like that. Just like that.
Shit feels real unclear right now. I'm getting a weird energy. Do you want to talk about this? How do we resolve this? Or move on from it, or move on from one another. That's it. And not everybody needs to be in your life.
No.
Not everybody needs to know what's going on in your life. And sometimes, like I said, the chapter has been written. Let it be written. And keep it there. What are you going to say? You got notes. Do you have notes?
A little bit.
You got notes. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Because I feel like I've been talking a lot. So, go. Only child is what I do.
You have to be 100% transparent. Like, if you believe the other party, or if you even believe yourself that you're quiet quitting, don't be quiet about it. Hey, I think this is off, or I don't really want to do this anymore. We don't match. Just leave it at that. If you would like to attempt to save your friendship, relationship, whatever it is, write an apology to yourself first.
Okay.
So then you can map out what you're upset about.
Maybe have like a pros and cons list.
Not even that. Like, you're apologizing to yourself, okay? Because you put yourself in this situation. If after that you still feel like you owe this person an apology or you owe this person anything, then it might be worth saving.
Right.
After you address the issues with, because that's what I did. I wrote down everything that I was said about, or what I was going to say, or what I would say to me. I read it over and over, and I was like, wait a minute. I already held myself accountable. I already did the grown-up thing by apologizing. The fuck am I doing now?
Right.
Looking desperate. Begging you to stay with me.
Ooh, we're not doing that.
Not doing that.
Absolutely not. If you can't see the value that I bring to the table, then don't sit at it. Because here's the thing, and I think we mentioned, like, making room at the table for someone who has the space and time and energy to treat you with the respect you deserve. That table is a kid's table, so there's not many motherfuckers at that table right now. It's real small. And knees be hitting chests. So
Yup.
we have to be real selective on who we allow to sit at the table.
I'm not carrying dead weight anymore.
No, there's no need
So please get up. Walk yourself out. If you happen to step on a Lego on your way out, fucking serves you right, bitch.
Also that.
That's it. I do not have time.
None of us do. Look at everything we got to deal with. And then we got to deal with someone who's not meeting us where we need them to. Taking responsibility for shitty behavior. And if you thinking that time is an apology.
And if you think at any given point that you haven't, second guessed yourself or been like, I don't need to apologize, I didn't do anything wrong, circle back.
Odds are you did something fucked up.
You did something. Like,
odds are real high. Get the fuck out of here.
I have been very clear. I'm a medicated individual. When I don't take my medication on time or at all, I know I be acting crazy. So I circle back and I apologize and I do my thing. Apologies should be met with some sort of sincerity.
Always.
Like, if you don't feel like it, or honesty. Let me say that. Okay. Honesty. If you don't feel like it's sincere, if you don't feel like it's warranted, if you don't feel like there's validity behind that apology, say that. Don't just be like, well, it happens. That's not, like, you're not even listening to me.
Right.
You don't even give a shit.
There's no need for none of that. We just don't have time. I'm so protective. As someone who's not a parent, time is my child.
There you go.
That's what I'm protecting. I'm protecting my time and my mental health. Those are my babies. And if you fuck with either one of them, I don't have time or mental space for you. I just can't. I can't afford it anymore. It's just, to me, it's not worth it. And the older I get, you really understand the value of the friendships that you have. You respect what those who you were friends with brought into your life, like what they did offer you at that time. But at some point, you got to grow up and you got to keep it moving.
Pick up and move on.
Staying in one place with no growth is boring. It's real boring. And it's also being sedentary in that is not healthy at all. It's not. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. It's tough, but you find who you find and you keep who you want to keep. And here's the thing, like, if you're in a space where you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to quiet quit and you're like in this space of limbo and you're not really sure, then And if that's where you're comfortable, then that's where you're comfortable. All I'm trying to say is that you trying to water grass that has shitty soil.
There you go.
The grass is greener on the other side of that shit. It really is. So, I don't know. Maybe go climb the fence and go to the other side because it's pretty nice over here. That's all I'm saying. It's real nice over here. The stress is less because, like, the less people you have in your life, that's less stress. Honestly, it's not worth it. It's really not. There's an elder talking to y'all, people.
I don't know. Like I said, my everything is a little bit different because, again, medicated out here. Just
listen, we medicated over here too.
Living life.
I'm not ashamed to say that, because anxiety's a bitch.
Heavy.
And everything that we have to deal with in this world as Black women keeps us so. There was oh my God, there was a study recently about like I don't know if it's our cortisol levels, but like our stress levels affect our blood sugar, which causes, what's that one thing that Black people always get? Sickle cell. Stress all the time. And they're doing studies to show that the stress that we carry, be it daily or ancestrally, affects our health. Therefore, medication is needed to calm these nerves. It happens.
Heavy.
It happens. I get it. I'm on that shit too. When I forget to take it, I am everywhere all at once. What's that movie called? Everything Everywhere All at Once, whatever the fuck it is. That's me. It's a lot. But, we're doing the best we can with what we got. And you want to have people in your life who respect it, honor it, nurture it. That's the key. That's the one. Nurture. You need someone to nurture that shit.
Facts.
Because also as Black women, I'm tired of being hard. I want to be soft. I don't want to be hard all the time. And I feel the world makes us that way, which is also why we're selective when it comes to people we allow in our lives. Because if you are not at my level or at a level above me that I'm trying to get to, move, bitch, get out my way. Real talk. Because I can't wrap my brain around that. Not at this age. Not anymore. I let a lot of shit slide when I was younger. We're not doing that anymore. So, if you knew me a year ago,
you don't know me now.
Exactly. So, how are we doing on time? We doing okay? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. You got anything else you want to add?
No.
To quiet quitting friendships?
Friendships
in general?
Keep consistent. If you're consistently that friend that doesn't answer texts, at least we know. Once a month, you'll be like, hey, guys, I'm alive. I'm good.
Right.
And then keep it pushing.
That's fine.
If that's what you do, that's what you do.
There's so many things to think about when it comes to what it means to be a friend. Not even just a good friend. Just a friend.
Exactly.
And
each friendship is unique in and of itself.
Of course.
If you're that 80 to somebody else's 20 all the time, you have the right to sometimes be 20.
And if that 20 can't find a way to be your 80, then you can just leave them where they at. Honestly. And that's what I had to do. It was tough. It was real tough, but in hindsight, like when people say, like, if you were presented with the same situation now, would you have done the same thing? Absolutely. Probably would have done it sooner, honestly. Instead of waiting as long as I did. Because when I had asked you earlier, like, when did it first happen? You said third grade. This happened to me at 36, 37. So I was old when this happened. I had no idea how to deal with it because I'd never dealt with it before.
Oh, no, it's heartbreaking. No matter when it happens to you, it's heartbreaking.
Always.
Like, I can... For the most part, remember every man that I was quote unquote in love with, or like every little boy crush I had, whatever.
Sure.
with the female friends that I have lost, I can give you a detailed encounter of like everything that occurred. Okay. Like
this bitch did this on this day at this time in this park.
I don't know why, but it's more important to me. That sort of, and that's something as an adult that I'm learning to balance.
Yeah.
That sometimes it's not just,
Sometimes, well, having girl friendships for us is necessary to maintain our mental.
It is.
Honestly. And having those that you can rock with that meet you at your level is more than essential to maintaining a healthy mental health balance. It's necessary. As humans, we crave that.
Because sometimes you need to vent, unwind, release with a woman to let her know, hey, this is where my crazy's at.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not really that bad. I had that day on Tuesday. Like,
also that. And sometimes you need people to talk you off the ledge. You need someone to tie, or either talk you off the ledge or help you tie a knot at the end of your rope. Mm-hmm. I get it. But we are not on this planet for a long time.
Nope.
Be mindful of who you spend that time with. Are they worth it? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your energy? Yes, you have history.
That is where we're leaving you guys. Not even the quote. That is how you're going to pick and choose your friends or ending your friendship.
That's it. Is it worth
Are they
time?
worth it?
Are they worth it?
Is it worth your time? Because your time is so precious.
Also that. So, with that being said,
if you made it this far,
kudos to you, bitch.
We're officially friends. Thanks, bestie.
Thanks for following us, or thanks for
listening and hanging out with us this whole time.
It's so late.
Follow us on all the social mediums. It's okay. My name is Katrina today. I got it. Don't worry.
Ashley Marie says, follow us at _2girls no fucks. Thanks to the Bridge Sound and Stage
and Mertz.
Woo woo, killing it on the other side of the soundproof glass. I actually have a quote.
Yeah.
And it's not really about quiet quitting, but it's about, I think I had mentioned earlier, like, I don't want to be hard no more. I just want to be soft. And this woman, her name is Michelle Clark, said, I think I just articulated something that I've been trying to get out for years. Just now, I was telling a friend about what I've been going through, and they said, but I ain't worried about you. You got this. I paused and I said, worry about me a little bit, please. Yeah. Because those of us who are strong and always got everything together, we need to be checked on too. That's that. My bad for hitting the mic, Mertz. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see y'all bitches next week.
Bye.
Oh my God.